Hello, this is my first time going live, showing my face. I'm normally just talking, that's normally what I'm doing. But today I'm going to try something different. I was told by somebody, you eventually got to get in there and you got to show your face and talk to the people. You know, people are so critical and so judgmental, and I just rather not. But, um, you know, regardless of what you do, how you do it, people are always going to have something to say. So here it is. So welcome to the Meta Expressions Unfiltered, the real talk on starting my coaching business, my business, period. Of course, I'm Jackie. I'm your host. And today, we're just going to dive deep into the raw, unfiltered reality of building a coaching brand, overcoming obstacles, and embracing personal growth. Whether you're thinking about launching your own coaching business or any business for that matter, looking for ways to refine and grow, this is your space. It's designed to help you. It motivates you, give you insights and practical strategies to succeed. So, with me, as you've heard, if you've listened to my podcast before, I don't edit. I'm human. I make mistakes and things are going to happen. So this is just I go with it. You know, if I cough, I sneeze, or if I throw up, we just going to roll with it. So I was thinking today I try to record an episode every week, but I talk more to myself than I do anybody. So I said, well, what are we going to do today? Right? And so I was like, you know what? I was thinking about my business and I was thinking about, I got a 5-star review today and I get a lot of those. And so, very grateful. I am so grateful to those who I help and who gives back or pay it forward because that's the whole goal. And so, when I started my coaching business, I didn't even realize I was coaching. I had been coaching for a while, but I had no idea I had been doing it already for free. So I said, oh, well, what is it that I want to do? What is it that I feel like I'm good at? So that's kind of where I started at. That's how I got it. So starting a coaching business, it is exciting. It was my deep, fulfilling journey. It is also one that demands more than just passion for helping people. You gotta have a strategy, you gotta build the brand, you got to have the resilience, and you gotta have a whole lot of patience. Um, I think a lot of aspiring coaches like myself start with good intentions, but you quickly realize that making an impact and trying to make a living, making an impact requires more than just expertise. I promise you, it do. So every coaching starts with the story, you guys. Um, it started with my story. But before I go into that, I want to know if there's any coaches or anybody that's starting a business. What was it that why was it important to you to do that? Right? Because I was told by one of my mentors, everybody's not meant to be a business owner. Everybody's not meant to be a coach. Everybody's not meant to be a parent. This is why some people don't have kids, right? So how do you know? And why did you pick what you picked? So coaching for me wasn't just about giving advice. It was the transformation part. As a I feel a true coach, it's that desire, deep desire to help people grow. Whether that's through career development, mindset shifts, health improvements, or skill building. And you know, I stay away from the health factor because I'm losing weight myself, so I ain't trying to tell nobody that part yet. But uh, if you find yourself naturally mentoring and problem solving or inspiring people to take action, then that's when I realized coaching was my calling. Because as an instructor, I started off teaching in kindergarten. Did not want to be a teacher. I needed a job, and at that point, I was like, let me go ahead and let me take this little job. And then it turned into, and I tell anybody, shout out to all the Head Start kindergarten teachers. If you can hold the room of 20 3 to 5 year olds, you're a damn good teacher. you got a gift. Everybody ain't got that. Cause some people used to leave, we quit, and we used to laugh because we used to be like, they ain't gonna make it. Them folks ain't gonna make it. But when you align your business with your purpose, um, it should be a good thing. But it is a trial. As somebody who is new to the business, as far as making it a business, but I'm not new to coaching because I've been doing it for a while. It reflects my strengths, my experiences, and my passions. I think a lot of times my clients are more passionate about it than they are. Once we find what it is that they want to do, then oh yes, it's full speed ahead, full speed ahead. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna have Maya and Deborah Butt on here one day. We did an episode with Lapse of Time with Tania. Shout out to Lapse of Time. Shout out to Sound Doctrine. Jonathan, he does my sounds for me. You'll hear it probably on here. I gotta figure that part out. I'm still learning this part right here. Um, but my business aligned with my core values, and it became more than just a job. It has become my mission, and so that alignment, I feel, attracts the right clients and create the foundation for my brand. But you guys, I did, as I talked about earlier, that was a lot of self-doubt. Even getting on video today was a lot of self-doubt for me because I don't like how I look on cameras. But guess what? So be it. I'm here. Because one thing I always tell my clients is fear don't hold back nothing. I look fear in the face and say, let's what you want to do, let's rumble. So, but it does. Imposter syndrome, what we call it, it creeps up for almost everybody at some point. The fear of not being good enough, what people are going to say, um, that perfection, I want this done that way, this way, that way, all that. You got to deal with that. Face that thing and say, you know what? People going to talk, whether you do it, whether you don't. People going to talk whether you're fat or whether you're skinny. People going to talk whether you're light or whether you're dark. People going to talk whether you have a wig on or whether you have your natural hair. So you know what? People are just going to talk. So we're just going to move past that part. But let's talk about the building your brand because it's more than just a logo. So branding is not just about your name, a logo, or your fancy website. It's about creating an identity that speaks to your audience. So my brand, I'm not good with names. I came up with Med Expressions because it's part of medical, and then I tell people you always have to express yourself. So I said, you know what? I was looking for names and couldn't find it. Everything had been taken, so I was like, Med Expressions it is. And then I figured out how to spell it, so that's how it go. But I asked myself, who am I helping? What transformation am I going to guide them through? And then how does my approach stand out from others? And when I tell you, my approach definitely stands out from others. And so I won't go into detail about what I do and how I do it. I will let my clients speak to that. I'm not one to boast and brag about anything. I thank God for all that He does and equip me with, and we just roll with it just like that. So I'm learning the power of storytelling when it comes to marketing. Marketing is not my strong suit. So I feel like people shouldn't have to buy coaching. They buy transformation. So one of the best ways, like I said, is to showcase it through storytelling, but not my story. It's through my client's story. So they share the success. And you know what I learned about people? As many people as I help and I tell them, hey, I'm about to start my coaching or I started my coaching, tell people this, tell people that. They wouldn't tell it. They won't go on social media and tell it. But then I get phone calls all the time saying, hey, I got your number from so and so. And I'm like, okay, but I need them to go on social media and tell people, I'm good. But anyhow, I always tell my people, it don't cost money to support me. It just costs to click and to share and to subscribe to support me. So I appreciate all those who did, and the rest of y'all, I deal with y'all when I see y'all. But I do share your client success stories, your personal experiences, and your lessons learned, which is what I'm doing here. And authenticity, guys, builds trust, and it leads to clients. Mine is a slow progress, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. And we find the right platform. Listen, I'm doing Instagram and TikTok. I got LinkedIn. I'm doing podcasting. I'm on YouTube. I'm doing email newsletters. I'm blogging and all of this so I can get the word out and I can tell people, hey, I'm over here. Come check me out. And I don't know, I think this light too much right here, but it's there. So, yeah, figure that out later. So, but starting a business, you guys, is exciting, but it's challenging. And the emotional side. Now, let me take my hat, let me take my wig off on this side. The emotional side to this. The emotional side to starting a business that you are passionate about. The financial part of starting a business that you look at here, baby. It gets rough sometimes. It gets down to I don't I need to pay the light bill, but I need to do this part over here. Anyhow, I'm just gonna tell you like this here. It works itself out. I don't know. Jesus is my friend. That's my rock, and that's who I roll with. And he always looked out for me. Cause building a business ain't free, y'all. It takes time, certification. But I learned how to build my own website. So when y'all get a chance, go check me out up over there. And the emotional toll can be heavy. I'm talking about up days, nights, days, nights, days, nights. And then gotta go to work, right? And then dealing with phone calls at 2 o'clock in the morning, dealing with your own personal life. It got to be much, but guess what? It don't explode overnight, and it still is. I'm still waiting on that. Boom! I'm still waiting on that, but it's coming. But consistency is key, right? I'm not giving up. I'm focusing on value, my audience, my message. It's so funny because a lot of times when I speak at a lot of the high schools around town, and it's so funny when I speak, the kids are so attentive, and they are so motivated. And I made a couple little friends, and I still keep in touch with them. And I tell them, when you go to that 4-year college and you graduate, you better shout me out. I want to be there. I want a ticket. But I told them, even at their high school graduation, I'll be there to support you guys. And that's networking, collaborations. I'm always in the community doing something. Shout out to the Just One Project. Man, that's an awesome group of people over there. I love their mission. I love their value. I love what they're doing for the community. They just did a bus, school bus, they gutted out and made it a Meals on Wheels, and they go out into the desert and they feed the homeless people. You guys, they are totally amazing. I mean, I wish all organizations can be like them. But shout out to the Just One Part. Shout out to the Boys and Girls Club. We just did a collaboration with them, waiting on my stuff. So if you listen, I'm waiting on my stuff. But man, just the collaborations and the network has been amazing. So let's talk about Med Expressions. When I was building it, it was a journey, not a business for me. It was personal transformation for what I offer for my clients, but also for myself. And it forced me to grow in ways I never expected. Um, the clarity that came from action and not overthinking, the support when you see that it's authentic, but the setbacks, man, was part of the journey. And you just learn and you pivot from it. All those who listen to me cry, every mentor has a mentor, right? So I always have to plug into my power. So shout out to Julie. Shout out to my other Julie. But my biggest heart, shout out to Lakira, because I tell you, she's there. She be there. I don't care what time I call her. She like, okay, and we're not gonna do this and we're not gonna do that. Let's think twice. So I love that woman. I promise you I do. But coaching requires you to believe in yourself when no one else does. There will be moments of doubts, slow progress, and unexpected challenges. But we push through it, because one of my slogans that I'm sure somebody else did, I always tell them, I trust the process. Just trust it. It will go through. We just have to trust it. Why start? Why put it together if we're not going to trust what we're expecting from the end? So we have to trust the process, regardless of what it looks like. We have to. And so I coach that. I believe that, and we have to. We have to have the self-care, because If we don't have boundaries, healthy boundaries, if we don't have self-care, our personal growth, it's in jeopardy. So that is just as important as serving our clients. I can't help you if I can't help me. If I'm sick, how can I make you well? Tell everybody that. When I teach CPR, that's one of the things I tell them. Teamwork, right? You have to take care of you. We have to assess the scene, make sure it's safe before we jump in and help somebody else. So before I help you, I need to make sure it's scene safety, meaning myself. I have to make sure that I'm safe. And that's how we become effective because then we're well balanced. Then I'm just not about career coaching. I'm about transformation because that's how it started for me. Just a bit of my backstory. My mom got killed when I was 10, sat in the street. Um, my sister would say, I hate this, but I have to say my family didn't want me. They didn't. Um, I used to steal my food out the grocery store. I used to feel like life was, what was the freaking point, right? Um, Man, imagine being 10 years old. One day your life is normal. April 3rd, my life was normal. April 4th, my life was in hell because my mama boyfriend decided that he wanted to kill me because she didn't want to support his drug habit. So let's imagine all the damage from that point on, being raped, molested, beaten, homeless, you know. Had a drinking problem at one point. I could drink you under the table. Anger issues, all of that, to that, look what sits before you now. So this is not just a business for me. It definitely is a transformation. When I speak to something, it's 95% surety. There's always that 5% that can be manipulated, but it is that 95% surety. I don't believe in selling dreams. I don't believe in selling, not a salesman, right? I just found something that I was blessed with to be good at, and I went to school, perfected it, built some connections, able to help some people, and my process works. I have stories to back them, so I'm not just selling anything. But we'll continue this conversation. We'll dive even deeper into the realities of branding and personal growth. And if you're ready to hear real talk on what it takes to transform in spite of what life gives you, stay tuned. If you want to be a part of this journey, I would love for you to be a part of my journey. Follow, subscribe, connect with us on social media. Let's build something meaningful together. I am on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Substack, Notes, Medium. I'm everywhere. Med Expressions, MEDXPRESSIONZ. Or you can always go to my website to keep up with me, and it's www.medexpressionsllc.com. I'm available, always willing to talk. Let me know, send me an email, drop some type of something on here, and let's have a conversation. Other than that, thank you for your time. I appreciate you listening. I hope I say something. I hope I say something that will always encourage or help you in the talk time. And if it's something you want me to talk about, because you want me to talk about it, let me know. I'll talk about it. Because even though I'm building my business, you guys, this right here is just to share. Um, they said I needed to do it to help grow, so I'm helping grow. But in the meantime, I hope that I can help somebody. I do. And until then, stay safe, stay prayed up, and again, follow me, subscribe, like, connect, share, talk about me. I don't care. Just do one of those ones while you're talking about me. Until we meet again, be blessed.